up, y'all? It's your girl Vita Mac. I'm back with another video. I know it's been like months, but I'm here. Okay, so today we're just gonna be talking about breastfeeding. For some reason people think black girls don't breastfeed. I'm here to shut all that down. You feel me? I'm here to shut all that down, okay? So I went on my Facebook and I asked people what questions they had about breastfeeding, because I get so many inboxes about breastfeeding and stuff, because everybody knows I breastfeed my baby. I'm really proud to be breastfeeding him and just to have accomplished that. And I'm still breastfeeding him and he's over a year now, so I'm gonna stop soon just because I'm gonna be working a lot. But yeah, so I'm here to answer these questions for you guys, and hopefully this video is informative. And you know, if you have any more questions or need some advice or whatever, please comment below in the box or whatever, and I will be sure to answer that for you. So yeah, let's get into it.
First, I want to let you guys know a little bit of information about breastfeeding and why you should choose to breastfeed. A lot of people just don't know a lot of information about it, so I'm gonna just throw a couple facts out there.
Breastfeeding is so beneficial to you and your baby. Not just your baby, you and your baby. So we're gonna start with the baby. First, breastfeeding, breast milk has like antibodies and cells and all this stuff in it that helps your baby like recover from colds and all of this stuff like that. Hold up, I wrote something. Yeah, that helps your baby fight bacteria and infections and stuff like that. So I mean, who wouldn't want to help their baby to fight that bullshit off? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, come through, breast milk, you feel me? Who wouldn't want that? Okay, and I'm sorry, I'm reading from my paper. It lowers the risk of your baby having like asthma and allergies and, you know, all that stuff that's not fun for adults or babies. It just helps them to not have that stuff, okay? Not saying that they won't have it, but it lowers the risk of them getting fewer ear infections, diarrhea, respiratory infections, upset stomach, spitting up all the time. It just helps them, you know, just be great, you know what I'm saying? When I had my first baby, in 2013, I tried to breastfeed. I breastfeed for like a month and I was just like, not doing it. I just gave up.
She had ear infection after ear infection after ear infection.
I promise you, I was at the hospital with my daughter so freaking much. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm like, what child has this many ear infections? Like, it was crazy. And now that I breastfeed my son, he's never had an ear infection. He's probably had a cold. That's it, maybe. He's never sick, never. When your baby comes out, most hospitals should be, you know, putting the baby right on your chest, giving the baby straight to you when they come out, not cleaning them off. That's called skin to skin. It's supposed to help you bond with your baby. It, you know, helps regulate the temperature in the baby's body, just because the warmth from your skin, the warmth from you is helping the baby. So, you know, if you're breastfeeding, that's also skin to skin. You're bonding with your baby. You're growing an attachment. The baby's growing an attachment to you, and it just helps you bond with your baby. Like, who wouldn't want to be closer to their child? Lowers the risk of obesity. If you put your baby on formula, there's a chance they're gonna be overweight, either now or in the future, because you're putting stuff into their body that shouldn't even be in their body. Like, it's not really, I mean, it's made for them, but it's not made for them. Like, it's not natural. So there's other things in the formula that you're putting into your baby that you probably shouldn't even be putting into your baby. But I mean, to each their own, whatever. But yeah, so you know, it helps them to not be overweight. They're gonna be gaining the proper amount of weight. Most people think that breastfed babies are like super fat or super overweight. They're not. It helps the mom burn calories. If you go and start breastfeeding immediately, like after you have your baby, it's contracting your uterus. So for one, it's helping your uterus and all that stuff down there contract and go back to its original size. It helps it get back to its original size faster. It helps it heal faster. It helps you stop bleeding faster, because of course if you're having a baby, you're gonna bleed afterwards. It helps to just cut all that back. So that's a benefit to the mom, of course. So it helps you burn calories because it's contracting your uterus, it's contracting your stomach as the baby is drinking. You're producing milk, all of that. It helps your stomach go down flat, helps you get back to the size you were before you had your baby. It's
great, y'all. It's just great. I don't know what else to say. It's good shit, you know what I mean?
The major one for me, this is the last one that I'm gonna talk about. The major one for me, it helps you save money. It helps you save money, okay? You don't have to go out and buy 1 million bottles, 1 million cans of formula, cereal. You don't have to go do none of that. You naturally producing what your baby needs. So why not give it to them? Why not give it to them? God gave it to us to give to them. He's making you produce it for your baby. So why not give it to them? It's for them. It's made for them. Baby, the cows give their babies the milk that come from them. The goats do it. The dogs do it. Why don't we do it? So now I'm gonna go ahead and answer some of the questions that my Facebook friends had about breastfeeding. It asks, does it hurt? That's a good question. I will say the first week or two, it's going to hurt. It's not a painful thing, but it's sore. Like, your nipples have to get used to the activity that's about to happen. They're gonna be crusty, they're gonna be dry. You're gonna have to make sure that you're keeping them moisturized. I used coconut oil and vitamin E to shake them back, to keep them soft and moisturized so they wouldn't crack up too bad. But before I started doing that, they were bleeding. I mean, it just comes with it. You just have to make sure that you're doing the proper things to prevent it, make it not so bad. But yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt down here because, like I said, your uterus is contracting, and your body just has to get used to doing this every day. So once that week or two passes, you don't even feel it anymore. It's natural. You don't even feel it anymore. It's gonna be like nothing. A guy asked me, is the milk good for adults? The answer is yes. The milk is good for everybody. If it's good for the baby, it's good for you too. There are bodybuilders who pay bucks for this milk. Like, this milk is like liquid gold. I'm not playing with y'all. Like, they are paying big bucks to get a hold of breast milk. They are paying for this. They're making protein shakes with it. They are going in on the breast milk, kid. Like, it's women getting paid for the milk that they are naturally producing. You feel me? Like, it's good, okay? There's other women who are buying milk from other women because either they don't want to breastfeed, or they're just not producing enough milk, or whatever the case may be, or they just not able to breastfeed, but they still want their babies to get the benefits of breastfeeding. So of the breast milk. So they're paying, women to go ahead and pump the milk and, get it to them, and they give it to their babies. And of course they have ways that they can sanitize it and all this extra stuff. But yes, breast milk is good for everybody. You can give it to your toddlers. You can let them drink it. You can bake cookies with it. You can do whatever you want to with this stuff. It's fucking great. Will it make my baby smarter? I believe so, because they have studies showing that breast milk and breastfed babies are linked to higher IQ scores, and they're just more advanced. So I believe so. My son he's advanced as fuck, and I truly believe that breast milk was one of the reasons for that. So that's just my opinion. You can look that up and see whether you believe that or not, but that's my opinion. I have another one, says, have you tasted it? I have tasted my own breast milk. I had their father taste the breast milk. I mean, y'all can call us nasty if you want to, but yes, we've tasted. I mean, why not? I taste everything before my baby gets, like, if I giving him some applesauce or something, I'm gonna taste it because I want to know. That's just me. I mean, call me weird if you want to. That's just me. I tasted it. It tastes kind of sweet on the low. It kind of tastes sweet. It's like I don't know. Their dad was like, oh, I see why Araji's so crazy about it. That's my son. I see why he's so crazy about it because it tastes good. So, I don't know. Are your breasts heavy? My breasts are not heavy right now. They were when I first started because I was producing so much milk, and it was like I was producing more milk than I could keep up with. I was producing more milk than he was drinking, if that makes sense. So I started pumping milk, and it just made me produce more milk. So it's like a supply and demand type thing. The more he's drinking, your body's like, oh, he needs more milk, so let me make some more. So, I mean, if he stops drinking, or if you stop pumping, or whatever the case is, whichever you're doing, your body's gonna make less because it feels like, oh, I'm not being used, so let me just, dry up. They don't need the milk, so it dries it up. So what I did was kind of I stopped pumping, which helped me lower my my milk supply or whatever, and I just strictly fed him from my breast. I'm still producing milk, of course, but it's not as much as it was. So yeah. And if I was away from him a very long time, like hours upon hours, my breast would be so hard and so heavy that sometimes I would leak milk. So you have to have those little nipple pads. But that stuff doesn't happen anymore just because I'm not producing that much milk, because he's older, he doesn't drink as much, doesn't need as much milk because he's on solid foods. So right now, no, my boobs are not heavy at all. Somebody said, is it hard? Is breastfeeding hard? It's not hard. Once you figure out you and your baby's like favorite position to breastfeed in, once you figure out when he or she's hungry, it's not hard. It's not hard. You just have to get past the first week or two just figuring it out. Your baby's gonna let you know when they're hungry. After you learn those signs and you figure out your baby, you're gonna be fine. Was it hard to produce milk the first time? No, it wasn't. The first time I tried to breastfeed with my daughter in 2013, I didn't know anything about breastfeeding at all, period. Like, my mama didn't know because she never breastfed, so she didn't have any tips, any intel, any insight, whatever you want to say. She didn't have none of that for me, so it was just kind of like I was just winging it. I didn't think I was producing milk right off the bat, but I was. There's this clear kind of yellowish stuff that comes out before your actual milk supply comes out. It's called colostrum, and that's the stuff that your baby's gonna be drinking like straight out of the womb. Like, you'll think it's nothing there, but it's like clearish kind of stuff. That's all your baby needs for the first 2-3 days or whatever. It has everything your baby needs in it to survive. So don't think you're not producing milk. You're producing milk. The white milk, the full supply, it just hasn't came out yet. They need the colostrum first, then the milk comes. So you're gonna be good. The question was, did your period ever come? My period did come. It took about 4 months. What's wrong, baby? I'm sorry. Oh. It took about, sorry y'all. Yeah, it took about 4 months before my period came. Every woman's body is different, so yours might come in a month, yours might come 6 months later. It might not come the whole year, I don't know, but mine came in about 4 months. I was happy about that 4 months with no cycle, with no period. So everybody's different. So this little sucker just got done eating some baked chicken. Yes, I give him chicken. He doesn't eat beef or pork or any of that, but he does eat chicken. Little stinker, say hey. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. So yes, I hope you ladies, gentlemen, whoever's watching, I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I will be happy to answer them. But yeah, if you are having a baby or if you are considering breastfeeding, please look into it. Please consider it. It's the best thing for your baby. Just look into it. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing, and it helps you bond with your baby. Like, this little stinker is so attached to me. It's crazy. Stop fake crying, okay? But yeah, I will see you guys next time in my next video. Thank you for watching.